from Homeschooling Oils, and today I want to just talk with you briefly in the car before we eat lunch. Let's talk about this subject of adaptation, or how to have or build the art of adapting whatever curriculum you have. This idea had basically came up with one of the consultations that I had yesterday with an amazing mom who is trying to figure out the best way to help her very unique learner who is amazing. And I said, you know what, I need to do a video on adaptation again. One thing I want you guys to realize is that there's no perfect curriculum out there. There are some curriculum that are better than others. True fact. There are some that are better than others. There are some that appeal to you more than others will appeal to you. But I have never ran across a case in my experience that no matter what that perfect curriculum is, every exercise or everything does not necessarily work out for that particular child. Maybe 90% of the book or 80% of the book may work, but you have to adapt. You have to learn the art of adapting curriculum that will help you save money. And it also help you think outside the box, and it also help you to see that your child is the curriculum. Your child is the curriculum. Your child is the best person to help you gauge what you need to do for your child, whether their learning style, what the approach to take with a relative subject, and also understand that you don't always need a book in order to get a subject across. Because some kids are very reluctant readers and they're kind of pushed back or very apprehensive about large books. So in a case like that, it would be very good to prepare ahead of time and read the chapter or whatever you want to go over with that particular child, and then do it in a verbal conversation where you're in a document mode. You're documenting the information that you're going over, but you're doing it in a different way, but yet you're still getting the content and the information across to your child, but in a different way that appeals to that particular child. So say, for example, you have a book, a curriculum that you absolutely love, but you get to one of the lessons, and say, for example, your child does not like to color, but in this curriculum it has a whole lot of coloring in it, but it has other stuff, but it has coloring, but you already know your child is not a colorer. It's okay, skip that part, the coloring part. Figure out another way in which your child can actually get the full understanding. Instead of them coloring the picture, you can have them do observation of the picture. They could tell you their thoughts on the picture. It could be such like visual art, where they look at the art, you have classical conversation about that, what's going on in the picture, and the child doesn't have to color it. That's adaptation. You're adapting the curriculum to fit your unique learner. Say, for example, your child doesn't like to write, or they have low writing stamina, and the exercise calls for your child to write. Well, you already know it's going to cause a problem. So instead of having your child write, you can have your child cut out different articles or pieces that identify with them and paste it in that area. Or you can have them type out the information. I know my son, he prefers typing versus writing. So you can actually start using typing as a means of your child. Instead of writing their sentences, they can type their sentences out, and that doubles on and getting computer skills. So think outside the box. Don't automatically stop a curriculum just because every single lesson is not working for you. It's okay sometimes to skip certain parts or to adapt certain parts to fit your unique learner. The book may call for a certain direction for you to do it, but who says it's a rule that you have to do it that way? You just need to figure out or gauge what's best for your child and adjust it, adapt it, and work it. Adjust, adapt, and work it. So sometimes it may call for reading, where the child has to read, but if you have a reluctant reader, that is not going to be the best thing for your child to do at that moment. They can have a meltdown. So most of the time, children that don't like to read, they like to be read to. So there's a perfect ideal moment for you to read to your child, or bring out an audio book that is very interactive, that will engage the child a little more. You still doing the same thing, but you're adapting it to do it a different way to appeal to your unique learner. So I just want to come on and give you a little tidbit on that, and I hope that tip helped you about the art of adaptation. Learn the art. Learn the art of adapting whatever curriculum you have to make it work for you. And if you adapt it and it's still not working, then it may be a good idea for you to go out and try to find something else that will work for your child. But I know from experience that I have adapted so many different things over the years to fit my unique learners. And truth be told, a lot of the stuff I have to adapt just about every single thing, and other than the stuff that I'm personally co-authoring myself. I have to do adaptation quite a bit, and it's okay. You don't have to have the mom guilt or the dad guilt from changing a direction that's in the book. It's okay to change it up in order to get the end result that you want, and you don't have to do it the cookie cut way all the time. Sometimes outside the box is better than trying to stay within the box and not receiving any results. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I am about to go so we can get something to eat. Isaiah, pick your little head in and let everybody see you. Say hello.
Hey.
That's my son. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye. Well, I'm gonna try.